We're back. You know we're back. It's been so long since the last time we were back, and we're back on this series of Return of Squigglish, Squarius, whatever it's called. We'll get to that eventually. But I've been up to date with marathoning on my streaming on Twitch, RS73, same thing on Twitch. We stream every single day, 7 p.m. Episode's going to be more of a recap because I have a couple ideas that I want to engage with you guys, engage with me, and see if it works. Anyway, let's get into the video. Super! This first part of the series, I want to use it to brainstorm ideas. If you've watched Lost, you know there's something that they use, this mechanic, this ideology, this cinematography, this, you know, storyboarding that's so amazing, where they show two different timelines or two different realities at the same time. And I loved it so much. Even though I think it was amazing, there was times they did mess it up. The last season, it was engaging, but they did mess it up a little bit. They did a bit too fast, it was a bit so confusing. The two worlds were too similar. But I want to bring this idea that nobody has really been able to replicate since 2005. If there's somebody, please come to the front of the room because copyright, I don't want it. First, we talked about season 1, right? That season 1 is going to be almost like a fluorescent light scene. Like when it goes back in the past, is a scene that you know is not really true, but it's real at the same time. But it almost gives you a depth on the characters we're about to enjoy. Who are you? I think it has to be a TV show because of how much lore. Right, so let's forget about it being in a movie set. There's gonna be so many different scenes. It's gonna be a really long series because we're gonna try and bring back television with 24 episodes a season. Yeah, but for the first episode, it's not going to be focused. This whole thing that we're talking about, where it shows two different timelines, interlapping. Two different timelines interloping, where it's like her origins and where we are right now. As I said before, she has no memory. For whatever reason it is, she has no memory about her past life. She has no memory that she's not 100% human. She has no memories that she is this special able. She has no memories that her name is Squarius, Squigglish. She has no names that of anything, basically. And I think in this I think will be really important in this first 4 episodes for us to really be able to push not only as a writing, like not only writing the discography, but also through like videography of showing this Sarah James. We haven't thought about her name that she's given as a 100% human, but her 100% human name mixed with her origins when she was a child in Squarius Land? I need to go over the documents. Squarius Land, right? Wherever she was. And they need to mix their stories together and make it make sense, make it interloping, because I think it will be a waste of funding. It'll be waste of script writing. It'll be waste of episodes, waste of editing if we split it into two things. If we show Squigglish as a character, right? Show me, okay, cool, 7-3. You know who I am, watching videos. Then after, you have to go and watch my whole origin. Super. You're not going to want to do that. You're not going to want to do that. I think it makes a little bit more sense if it's like, okay, so because you know the first scene that we talked about, who are you, in the diner, then when it hits the bit where it's like, and she's stumbling on about, oh, don't worry, I will show you guys later in what I mean in that, like how we look at videography. But of course she's stumbling around, then it goes, and then she's a child again. And then it's her back in her planet, and it's almost like she has the recollection, right? So of course when we're watching it, if you've played Life is Strange, when Life is Strange goes in the past, it's almost like she's a 20-year-old going back into the body of her 6-year-old. That's the first impression, but then you realize no, it's just a child that's woken up and that's confused. That's it. So it's almost like constantly you play on the mind of the viewers, right? And then of course she wakes up, she does whatever she wants to do. This will be more filler than from present time, where it's really hardcore basis. It's gonna be more hardcore basis than the filler, and then maybe a fillerish hardcore basis. Then when we introduce Bartholomew, the side characters, then continue to interact the story. If you get what I'm trying to say, you get who are you? I'm sorry. If you have an order, please let me know. I'm sorry. It's been a very rushed. It's been a very rushed day. Who are you? My name is Sarah Jane Smith. Not her actual name. It's just a cover name. My name is Sarah Jane Smith. I work here at the top with the disability, and here we sell burgers, we sell pizzas, we sell milkshakes. What type of milkshakes do you like? We have Biscoff shake, we have a Coke shake. Yes, never had a Coke shake, but we make it 20% discount if you order with the name Shush. Who are you? Sir, I have told you already, my name is Sarah Jane. Who are you? sir, you're gonna tell my name is Sarah Jane Smith. Who are you? Okay. So, manager, you're gonna have to please can somebody please can somebody please talk to him? I can't do this. I can't do this right now. I've had a really rush day. I can't do this right now. Who are you? Who am I? And we got here overlapping story. Of course, this is nothing but rough. We haven't got into writing lines. We haven't got into thing. Who are you might not even stay. Who are you might not even be what we go with. But it's a nice template, is it not? Anyway, so back there, overlapping story. Of course, we see this is the part. This is the part of the story where the who are you part, and then later on when it interrupts her as a child. This is what we need to interact over here. What's gonna happen when she's a child? Really important to show at the start of the show is her mother, her really strong bond with her mother, because of course we talked about in the other episode the big powerful scene that's going to happen with her and her mother, right? The scene, this first point of confusion to show the bond with her mother, the bond with the planet, the population around her, and also we really emphasize on the weakness, physical weakness of the race, right? To let him know that this is not Viltrumite, this is not Satan, this is not Kryptonian. They're weak, dude. Because like a common like stereotype that happens when you mix a 50%, you know, someone from a different planet or someone who comes from a different planet or whatever, is that they'll always be stronger, physically stronger at least, because of the planet they're from. No. This is not what's going on. As we said before, she's an anomaly. She'll be able to progress in the TV show as it is because of how strong humans are naturally, and because of the set plans, the set ideas, the set like mental powers that Squarises have. I need to make sure I'm saying the right name, but Squarises have the planet, or Squares have the people, okay? And that's more the things. It's like to keep them strength, like, you know, like a honey badger, or like a bumblebee, or like a really small animal that has a proper defensive mechanism to stop them from being hunted or predated, even though they're physically weak. That's a big idea, to mix like a physically weak race with a physically strong race, but they're mixing a mentally powerful race with a mentally weak race in a type of spectrum. And this, when we talk about the main character, there's so much more. But for the first episode back, we just gotta do these, baby. Come back tomorrow for part 2. We're gonna talk about the set characters in there. So super.